Happy morning, friends. Now today our topic is coagulation, flocculation, and precipitation. This introduction already I given last class, but once again I will tell because of very important topic. Based on this, few problems are there, and Hardy-Schulze law. Hardy-Schulze law. This is also called Hardy-Schulze law. Hardy Hardy-Schulze, one of the important topic. Okay, based on this most of the problems will come simple problems, but values we have to remember it. Each positive ion, negative ion values we have to remember it. Okay, so actually coagulation means or precipitation means what it is called actually. So for example, two solutions we are taking. In the two solutions having some kind of particles are there with some amount of radius, with amount of some size. Okay, so that all particles, one solution is making one more solution into large particles is called precipitation or coagulation. Okay, so one is small particles, one more also small particles. In that two, one solution is making one more solution. When we are mixing both, that time that both combinedly forming a large particles means colloidal particles. Okay, so they change them into large size particles, ultimately settle down on the bottom. It is called precipitate or coagulation. Okay, it is called coagulation. Now write the definition of coagulation: the aggregating together the aggregating together the colloidal particles so as to change them into large particles, change them into large sized particles, which ultimately settle as a precipitate, as a PPT, precipitate. Okay, precipitate. This is called coagulation or flocculation. Okay, when small amount of electrolytes is added, means when concentrated electrolytes added to low concentrated, that is called flocculation. Okay, when small amount of electrolytes is added to a solution is called flocculation. This is the one more definition for coagulation, precipitation, flocculation. So especially for flocculation, when small amount of electrolytes is added. Okay, very less amount of we are added. Okay, this is the minimum amount of electrolyte must be added to 1 liter of colloidal solution. So by diagram I will explain. 1 liter we are taking, 1 liter solution we are taking. Okay, 1 liter we are taking colloidal solution, not normal solution, colloidal solution we are taking. Okay, the minimum amount, so for example, how much? Sometimes we can add 1 ml or 2 ml or 20 ml, whatever it. that is depend upon the solution. Okay, that minimum, how much of minimum? For example, 1 liter milk, we are adding 20 ml of curd. 20 ml, for example, less, for example 10 ml we are adding to the curd, it won't form a curd in the tomorrow morning. Yes or not? For example, 30 ml we are added, it will become more curd, but the minimum amount is what? 20 ml. Okay, so 10 ml is very less, 20 ml is exactly, 30 ml is more, but exactly minimum amount is what? 20. If you are adding this, result won't come. If you are adding this, result will come. Okay, but here exactly if you are adding this, good result will come. That is called minimum. So the minimum amount of electrolyte we are adding to 1 liter solution. The minimum amount of electrolyte we are adding to 1 liter of colloidal solution, bring him to complete the coagulation. Bring him to do the coagulation. Now here, this each and every electrolyte and colloidal solution having some powers are there, values are there. Okay, the coagulation value of electrolyte is greater, coagulating precipitate is power. Okay, now we will see coagulating power, coagulating value means what. So minimum amount when we are added, that time it is coagulation is completed, precipitation is completed. So that only Hardy-Skol's law is explaining about, it is coagulating power and coagulating value. Coagulating power and coagulating value. Now first you take for coagulating of negatively charged solution, in the bracket arsenous sulfide. This is negatively charged solution. For negatively charged solution, what are they? Electrolyte and a cation, because of this is negatively charged, right? Cation. And coagulation value, this is very very important, you have to remember it. For this solution we are taking electrolyte what? NaCl. So this is colloidal solution, 1 liter we are taking, and we are adding this little bit. How much? 1 ml or 2 ml, that is our minimum amount. Okay, when it is become precipitate, when this both mix combinedly precipitate. Which cation is here? Na plus. This is negatively charged, this is positively charged. This both are mingle up and forming a precipitate. Okay, that time we have to calculate some value. Coagulation value is 52. Coagulation value is 52. No values, no units. Like that, KCl, K plus and 49.5, and HCl, H plus, the value is 30.8. MgCl2, Mg plus 2, the value is 0.72. These values you have to remember it. BaCl2, Ba plus 2, how much? 0.69. And last but not least, AlCl3, Al plus 3, what it is? 0.093. So the value how it is decreasing, that much coagulation will increases. Okay, so coagulation power more to the AlCl3. For this is for negatively charged solution, arsenous sulfide. Next, for second, for coagulating of positively charged solution like FeOH twice. Okay, for positive solution, colloidal solution we are taking. Now what are they? Electrolyte, anion, C value, coagulation value. Let's take electrolyte what? KBr. Br minus 138 HCl, Cl minus 132. Look at here. HCl. Hydrogen value is 30. Cl value is 132. Okay. Now KNO3 minus 132. Cl and NO3 value both are same. K2SO4 minus 2 what? 0.21 0 and K2C2O4 potassium oxalate C2O4 2 minus is 0.23. Okay, and last one more 3 K3FeCN6. The value FeCN6 3 minus 0.096. This is coagulation value. So we got it. Coagulation value means what? Coagulation power means what? We know. Power we don't know. Now let's take. Actually the formula for finding the coagulation, which is going very fast, which is coming very low. So definitely you have to remember it, Amma. How to remember it? Higher one remember it, lower one remember it. That's enough. If you want to remember this middle also, okay, it is useful to you. Suddenly, definitely they will give value. Without they will giving value, they won't. But sometimes they will ask this order, decreasing order or increasing order of coagulation value for negative solution, for positive solution, like that. Harday's calls law. So like that, this one also they will add. They will take the order, decreasing order and increasing order. Okay. This coagulating power, write one important point. The coagulating power is inversely proportional to coagulation or flocculation. Yes. If it is decreasing, it will increases. So, decreasing. So, coagulation power increases. Got it? Got it? This is the coagulation power. Now, let's take the formula. What is the formula? Coagulation power of electrolyte 1 by coagulation power of electrolyte 2. See, continuation equals to, this will go up, this will come down. Now, coagulation value, this values, upside values, value of electrolyte 2 by coagulation value of electrolyte 1. This is the final. So what any two you take, any two solutions you take, coagulating power of electrolyte 1 and electrolyte 2. Two electrolytes you take, NaCl and KCl. For example, NaCl and oppositely we have to take, right? NaCl and KBr you take. That precipitation formation, how much it is taking? Coagulation value. Reverse. This downside what we are taking, that up we have to take. Upside what we are taking, that downside value we have to take. Now, I didn't write clearly, but you take it clearly. Now, one problem we'll do. See, NaCl and AlCl3 will take. Okay, so for example, for coagulation AS2S3, for this one opposite side, opposite we will take solution. Coagulating power of Cp of AlCl3 by Cp of NaCl for this opposite. Okay, negatively charged one, positively charged one, both we are taking. Now what will come? Coagulation volume. Cp becomes Cv of NaCl by Cv of AlCl3 equals to NaCl value what? 52. AlCl2 what? 0.093. Value what? 559. Thus AlCl3 has AlCl3 has 559 times more coagulating power than NaCl. This is the way of doing. See, which is we are taking upside, that coagulation power we are finding. Okay, which we are taking upside, that is we are finding the coagulating power. Whatever you take, any one you take. Okay, which is taking coagulating power of AlCl3, coagulating power of NaCl, coagulating power of KBr, whatever it you take, that opposite we have to comparison. Opposite one is comparison. So AlCl3 is 550 times more coagulating power than NaCl. Compared to NaCl, AlCl3 is more powerful. Okay, so which is up, which is down, and finally the value is this. Like that, for negatively charged solution like arsenous sulfide, coagulating power of cations, the order is Al plus 3, Ba plus 2, Na plus. This order will come. They will give order. They will give different compounds. We have to calculate that powers. Coagulating power you have to calculate, and in the sequence order you have to take. In the Robasis exam or in a slip test also, one kind of question I will give this based on this. Okay, the slip test, cyclic test 2, right, that I will conduct for 35 marks. Okay, as usual, almost I think I will use 2 more questions, that is better. Okay, 35 questions, 1 5-mark question I will give, and remaining all are 15 questions I will give 2 marks. Okay, 15 2 marks, and 2 questions 10 marks, 5 marks I will give. 1 is option. In 5 mark, 2 questions, 1 question you have to write. In the 15 questions I will give 20 out of 15 you have to write, and 2 out of 1 you have to write. Okay, this is the pattern. Why I am giving like this, Amma? Actually for correction is it in mobile, right? So I am getting lot of confusion, so that's why I will give like this. Okay, I can give 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark like this I can give, but in mobile correction, right, so it is difficult to correction. Okay, now this is the way of doing like that. For negative, for positively also, For positively also you take FeCN6 3 minus is more powerful. PO4 3 minus, then SO4 2 minus, then Cl minus. Like the sequences are there. Okay, orders. Remember it. This is called coagulation, one important one. Okay. Now, next. Gold number. Second topic today. Protective action of lyophilic colloids and gold number. Topic number 2 today, very important one. Protective action of lyophilic colloids and gold number. See, actually these both are same, nearly same. So, for example, one colloidal solution is there. Suddenly you are adding one different kind of solution, electrolyte, for example. That time suddenly it become very jelly. Little bit, actually colloidal solution means it is almost equal to jelly. But when we are suddenly adding different kind of solution to that, suddenly it become more jelly. Okay. So what is going on there? Inside particles are become large sized. So what you are adding is there? One different kind of solution. So when you are adding a solution, that time suddenly it changes that sizes, right? That how much of solution you are adding? That solution number is called gold number. Okay, I will explain with the definition. Okay, so first of all, one thing is there, one solution particle, one colloidal particle is there. When we are added lyophobic particles, all lyophobics are going like this. Now I will take. So central one is protecting by the surround ones. Central one is protecting by surrounding ones. Okay. So this central one is lyophobic. Lyophobic means this all tails will come, right? Tails inside will come, right? All are lyophobic particles will come inside, so it becomes central one fully lyophobic. This already you know. And this one lyophilic. These all are which are loving water or which are loving solution, so these all are coming outside. So whatever it, for example, one person is there in the middle, surround persons are protecting in the middle person. Okay, this is called protection of colloids. This is called protection of colloids. Okay, this is introduced by Zsigmondy. Zsigmondy in 1901 is introduced the gold number and protection of colloids. Okay. See, lyophobic and lyophilic we are already explained, like metal, for example, iron, silver. These are unstable and it is easily precipitated by addition of electrolytes. Okay. So, like gums, soaps, gelatin, lyophilic solutions like metal solutions, random lyophobic solutions difficult to coagulate. So, sorry. See, first of all I will explain. See, in the central one is protecting by surroundings one. Lyophilic particles are protecting particles. Protecting particles are protected, lyophobic are protected particles. Now, based on this definition only, just take the gold number. Gold number, very important, Amma. Each solution having one kind of number, that is called gold number. Normal definition. Each solution having one kind of number, that number based on only where coagulation is possible. So, gold number of a protective colloid is the minimum mass of it in milligrams, which must be 10 ml of standard red gold solution containing 0.053 to 0.0058 percentage gold. 0.0053 to 0.0058 gold is there in this solution, red gold solution. This is standard, amma. This is standard. So how much we are taking? 10 ml. This is preparation is not there in our book. Nothing there. Just simply red gold solution. That's it. This one we are 10 ml we are taking. 10 ml where must be added to minimum mass we are added to protective colloids. That okay. We'll continue. Percentage of gold of the so that no coagulation of the gold solution. No coagulation of the gold solution means gold solution means which is we are taking minimum, that is gold solution. This change color into red to blue. This color will changes. Gold solution means in the like indicator like. Okay. The gold solution means the changes color from red to blue. So no coagulating of the gold solution takes place when 1 ml of 10% of NaCl solution rapidly added. Try to understand the definition, ma. I will tell you once again. The gold number means the protective colloid is the minimum mass of milligrams. Minimum mass we are taking in milligrams, which is must be added in 10 ml of standard gold solution. It is must be added to 10 ml of standard gold solution. Standard gold solution you take side that contains of 0.0058 percentage of gold, so that no coagulation of gold solution takes place when we are added 1 ml of solution, 1 ml of 10% NaCl. This solution we are added to this solution, no coagulation is going on. That is called gold number. If it is coagulation is started, that point we have to take it. Okay. That number, that before whatever it is, that number we have to take it. Okay. Now each solution contains one gold number is there. So like that, some gold numbers I will tell you. So this 1 ml of 10% NaCl, 1 ml of 10% NaCl we are added to this solution. That time each solution having one kind of number is there. What number is there? Now let's look at solution. Gold number. It is reciprocal. Solution. Gelatin. gelatin. Gold number is 0.052 0.01. The reciprocal is 200 to 100. Now casein 0.012 0.02 gold number, reciprocal 100 to 50. Hemoglobin HAEMO, okay. Hemoglobin 0.03 to 0.07, the gold number. This is 33 to 14. Albumin 0.1 to 0.2, it is 10 to 5. For this all, gum arabica plant onwards it will come. That gum 1.5 to 0.25. Arabica family onwards it will come 7 to 4. And last, potato starch. We can see this only. Gelatin we can see, hemoglobin we can't see, but we can see in blood. Potato starch, it is very less, 20 to 25%. Gum arabica is very less. It is reciprocal is 0.5 to 0.4 is very less. See this gold number of few compounds. One more method is there for gold number. Shall I tell that one? That is, I think, easy. Okay. The calculation of weight of protective gold in milligrams to be added to 10 ml of gold solution to prevent its coagulation on added of 1 ml of NaCl. 1 ml of 10% NaCl. Simply, this involves of calculation of weight of precipitation colloidal gold in milligrams added to 10 ml of gold solution to prevent its coagulation on added of 1 ml of 10% NaCl chloride. I think this is only very less. Okay. Based on gold number, some problems are there. Do it simple problems. Simple, very, very small problems are there. Okay. The coagulation of 100 ml of colloidal solution, gold completely prevention, add this kind of, only in our book only 2 problems are given. Simple. Okay. 0.25 grams means converted to 50 grams NaCl. That is simple. Now let's go to the next topic, emulsions. Now gold number completed. First topic what? Coagulation with formula problem completed. Few gold numbers are completed. Remember the gold numbers, very, very important. Without gold numbers we can't do anything. Okay, which is very high, which is very less, which is reciprocal is very high. That everything you look at. Okay. Now emulsions. Emulsions, simple topic. Simple topic. This like kids playing like that only there. Emulsions, basically the colloidal dispersion in which both the dispersion phase and dispersion medium are liquid. The 2 liquids are involved in immiscible. Emulsions means when, simple definition I am telling, when 2 liquids involved, when the 2 liquids involved are otherwise otherwise immiscible. Many big definition is there, but I am writing in shortcut. Right. An emulsion is a colloidal dispersion in which both are dispersion phase and dispersion medium are liquids. That's it. That is called emulsion. Okay. Emulsifier also there. Roles of emulsifiers. Emulsifier is the best one is sodium stearate. Is the best emulsifier. Okay. What is the role of emulsifier? Hydrophobic part and hydrophilic part. What it will do? Lyophilic and lyophobic only. One more name, hydrophilic and hydrophobic. What it will do? One is soluble in oil, one is soluble in water. Okay. So, Michelli, water loving this part. This is water hating. This is both what it will do. Hydrophobic part soluble in oil. Because of this is it won't like water, right? This is hydrophilic. This hate water, so it is soluble in water, and this is soluble in water. So based on this, emulsions are prepared. The emulsions, type of emulsions. First one, O by W emulsion. O by W. O by W means oil by water. Oil by water different, water and oil different. This is oil in water. So, what we are taking here, oil we are taking less amount, water we are taking more amount. Now let's take. This is water, full of water. Oil we are taking. That time what will happen? Oil will come like this. Now let's take water, oil drops. Yes or not? We can observe in our, for example, just today do it in home. Okay, one glass you take, one glass you take. Okay, glass tumbler you take, add some water, then add some oil droplets and shake it well. That all oil drops will go inside because of here in the oil whatever the colloid particles are there, right? That particles will form this structure. That action of soap we completed, right? Yeah, that structure will form this oil. Okay, this structure will form. The waveline represent non-polar group. Circle were represented polar group. COO minus Na plus. Stearate and that already completed. Next, second type, water in oil. Water in oil also same thing, but oil we are taking more and water drops in the middle. Got it? This is a different. This is the two emulsions are there. Two type of emulsions are. Okay. Test of type of emulsions next. What microscopic method we have to small amount of given emulsion and a few drops we are added water, and in the microscope we are checking. That time the structure will come. Microscope when we are looking, the structures will come. Okay, and conductance method. This is adding small amount of electrolyte into that emulsion, conducting increases, and water in oil significant changes. Water in oil type. Dye method. These all are test. First one, microscopic method. Second one, conductance method. Third one, dye method. Dye method means what? For example, you take solution and dye somewhere. So where is water drop is there, that place become very smooth and remaining water is like blur. That is one kind of type testing emulsions. Okay. Next, the process of separation of the constituent liquid of an emulsion is called demulsification. Right. The process of this is testing over the process of separation of the constituent liquids of an emulsion is called, write the word DEMU, demulsification. Separation of emulsion is called demulsification. And some applications are there, 5 to 6 points are there. Harmful effects of emulsions also there. Elastic gel, non-elastic gel, one topic, small topic is there. Gels that we can read also, we can get it. Small topic, 2 points are there. Okay. Vanishing cream and cold cream both are emulsions. What is the difference between these two? One question, right? Vanishing cream and cold cream both are emulsions. Then what is the difference between the two? Okay, the question. Vanishing cream and cold cream both are emulsions. What is the difference in that both? You search it in Google, or if you know, just you tell it. Okay, in a group you tell it. Okay, so most of them they are sending, for example, one fellow sends the homework, suddenly they all are alerted. Then all are going to see the video, and then where is Naresa told homework, and then after they are searching, directly they are going to that minute and they are looking that homework and they are sending again. Okay, I know, but that is not the way of reading, amma. We are in serious situation. Okay, but we have to survive. Okay, so I won't take any classes. Sir, even in YouTube also, sir is taking classes. Don't think like that. I won't tell you anything. If I am telling anything about family ethics, rules and everything, you will feel bored. I know. I won't tell anything. Okay. Now this is the topic of emulsions. And gels also you take, elastic gels and non-elastic gels. 2 points are there for each. Okay. Take it. And next one, applications of colloids. Applications of colloids. One by one, we have to know that what applications where we are using actually. First application in medicine. Colloidals where we will see in medicines we have to use this. What are they? Whatever syrups we are drinking, all are colloidals. Eye lotions, body lotions, curing Kalzer. Kalzer means what? We don't know. I think that is different word. Milk and magnesia also one of the emulsion used for reducing the acidity in our stomach. Okay, milk of magnesia. It is one of emulsion. It is used as a medicine for antacid, reducing acidity in our stomach. With empty stomach, after wake up, within half an hour we have to eat something. Within half an hour, I'll tell you. After wake up, just within 30 minutes, we have to eat. Otherwise, after 40 years, you will get ulcer in our stomach. Once if you get the ulcer in your stomach, it won't cure. For example, outside our body, any arms, any wounds will happen. That time, when it become dry, it will decreases. But in our stomach, 24/7, it is wet. That ulcer, there is no cure. So, why 30 minutes after wake up? When we brush, our mouth cells will send the information to the stomach. This fellow cleaned the teeth. Now is ready to eat. Now stomach, what it will do? Stomach will produce gases, HCl. So in our stomach, after brushing, just imagine your mouth, it producing some water. It is in Lala Jalam in Telugu. It is saliva. Okay, that saliva, when we are eating, when we are taking inside, when it is reaches our digestive system, it start producing the acids. Okay, so that producing, suddenly acid will increases. Within half an hour you have to eat, and that acid will kill that break that food. Otherwise, nothing is there. Food is not there. What it will do? It will eat starting the digestive system walls. Now that only called ulcer. And who those will miss the breakfast in the morning, their brain is very dull. If you have a doubt, just check it in Google or WhatsApp. Google or in YouTube, you check it. Who those will skip the breakfast, their brain won't work. First thing, the morning food only for knowledge and everything. Okay, brain becomes sharp. Water and food in the morning, 24/7 water, and in the morning breakfast is important for brain. Okay, who those will take more water, because of brain is with 80% of water only, right? 80 of whatever it, some percentage of water, right? So that's why the brain will take more water. So if you are drinking more water, brain will work more, very sharply it will work. Otherwise it become dull. Most of them, sir, I am reading, sir, it is not coming. I am reading, sir, I am forgetting. I am doing hard work like a donkey, sir, I am forgetting. That kind of people, their brain won't work, because of they will ignore the breakfast. Even breakfast also depend upon our career. Okay, that is none of the matter. In the medicine also, colloidals they are using. All syrups are we are preparing that one only. And food articles, milk, butter, cream, fruit juices, halwa, this all are emulsions only. All are emulsions only. In food also. Second, food. Third one, fog, mist and clouds. Clouds how much important? Farmers know. Mist and fog is very, very important for, not important, in winter we can observe that all are. Okay, it will decrease the earth temperature also, droplets. Okay, in some places that mist and fog onwards also they will prepare some water in tribal area people with the bamboo trees. That is one different technique. That will take lot of time. And for using colloidals, they will make it artificial rains. In Saudi Arabia and Dubai, there is no trees, right? Artificial rain. In Dubai and which are desert areas, they don't have clouds, so rain it won't come. Almost 10 to 20% only rain is there. But in our Pandi, 80 to 90% is there, right or not, in a rainy season. So that time, what is going on there actually? So there is no trees, there is no humidity. That's why the clouds won't stop there. Okay, if the trees produces oxygen and that become humidity little bit, and that clouds are coming, suddenly the clouds all are stopping that humidity place. That's why where is the trees, there is a rain. Okay, so that's why artificial rains some countries are not possible. So what they will do with the flights, aeroplanes, they are taking some solution, they are sprinkling on the atmosphere. Suddenly all clouds are stopping there and the rain will come. That is artificial rain. They are using colloidal solutions. Okay, formation of delta. This is the ocean. Now the one river coming like this, and suddenly here all sand particles are there, right? Sand particles slowly 100 200 kilometers onward, sand particles coming here. All sand particles will stop here and the river will go like this. Now this is what? Sand and clay, small particles coagulated by salt of water. It is pushing, the ocean is pushing this side, the river is coming this side. That time it is forming this. Okay, this is formation of delta. Delta means not our delta, that is delta means different. Next, blue color of the sky. What is the application of blue color of sky? Actually Tyndall effect is going on here. Scattering effect, Rayleigh scattering effect, it will come in physics. Rayleigh, not Rydberg. Rayleigh Tyndall effect, this one kind of Tyndall effect. So this scattering is going on with the minimum wavelength of sunlight. Okay, all gaseous particles is attacking that one and the blue color will come. Okay, different gases are there, that's why blue color will come. Different minerals, acids are there in ocean, that's why it is different color will come. Tail of comets. This comet means I don't know, but this is also Tyndall, one kind of Tyndall effect. Okay, next blood, colloidal solution. This everybody know. Bleeding stop for ferric chloride. Ferric chloride. When you hurts, that time blood is bleeding, right? That bleeding suddenly stops because of blood is formatting a clot by using ferric chloride. By using ferric chloride only. How it will form, you know? This blood flowing is like this, for example, flowing like this. Here one kind of net will form like this and it stop the blood. Next application, cleaning soap action of soap, that already we. Okay, and smoke screen, this also we know. Smoke screen used for colloidal dispersion certain substances. Industrial method, sewage disposal means drainage water cleaning, purification of water, smoke precipitation. In the photography also they are using colloidal solutions for cleaning. Silver bromide used for in gelatin, they are applying the glass plates, film photography. In that silver bromide and gelatin using for photography. And the next important one, rubber industry, they are using negatively charged one. Rubber particles they are using for rubber factory, eraser preparation, rubber whatever, polymers preparation, that all they are using this. In leather industry, tires, lorry tires, bus tires, in that industry also they are using colloidal particles. Okay, and colloidal industrial products, very important. Ink, first example, ink, paints, lubricants, synthetic plastic, cement, rubber, these all are colloidal industrial particles. Colloidal industries, colloidal solutions. Graphite is also one, aqua dog of graphite. Oil they are using in graphite, that is also one kind of solution. Ink, paints, lubricants, synthetic plastic, rubber, cement, these all are using. Okay, this is the about colloidals. Now colloidals, emulsion, gels completed. This is the topic. Now tomorrow we will go to the catalyst and enzymes, very small topic, will complete tomorrow. Catalyst, very small topic, but you can read also, it will come, but I will tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow just half an hour class, that's enough. Okay, today 50 minutes only, but I am only lagging this topic. Actually 40 minutes are enough for today's topic. Okay, today I am going to hospital to have one appointment for my son, so that's why I am taking video, otherwise I have been taking live. Okay, catalysis topic is there, small topic, and enzymes topic is there, small topic. We will complete tomorrow. Okay, bye guys. Take care, read carefully. All the best for your next cyclic test. Tomorrow I will complete catalysis. If you want to study, read it. Catalysis, simple. Which are substances change into speed of the chemical reaction, that already you know. One is homogeneous catalysis, one is heterogeneous. Gas formation is called homogeneous. Gas and liquid is forming electrolysis. That's it, simple. And two enzymes are there, that key and lock method. Zeolites are there, very simple. Enzymes are there, that already you know. Catalysis topic already you know. If you want to read it. Okay, tomorrow again I will explain within half an hour class. Okay guys, bye. And one question I asked in the middle, that tell that question. The vanishing cream and cold cream both are emulsions. What is the difference between that? Okay, bye, take care.